Okay, so yesterday I showed you guys my raised garden beds that we have finished up. You can check the video for that on my page if you want to see how the garden beds turned out. So now I wanted to show you actually the seedlings that we've been growing. We actually just used a little grow pod to grow ours and a nice little grow light inside. These are a lot cheaper than trying to go and actually buy the plants that are pre-grown. So that's why we did it this way. And some of these are ready to transplant, which I'm very excited about. So we're going to do that this afternoon when it gets a little bit cooler. Right now I've got them outside. I'm trying to harden them off a little bit so it's not quite a bit of a shock whenever they get into the ground. I want to show you what they look like and how I know that they're ready to transplant. So these are my yellow squash here on the end. You can see how big they've gotten. They're really very tall plants. They've opened up really well. They started out as just a little pot and they opened out really well. Now these have only been going, if you're wondering if you have the time to garden, I planted these a little bit, like maybe about a week ago, and these guys are already ready to transplant. Now they might not be as big as the ones that you might be able to get in the store, but transplanting them this small can sometimes actually help them to withstand being transplanted. And these little pods that they're in, they don't have to move. Like you just plant the pod and take off the root of it. Here is my cucumbers, this middle row here. They look very similar to the squash, so I'm gonna have to get some nameplates for these. And then right here's my zucchini. And how I know that they're ready to be transplanted, let me find a real good one here, is just overnight. I mean, this wasn't like this yesterday, but just overnight these roots just sprouted out right here. And so they're coming out pretty long. They're looking for more soil and more dirt to be able to transplant into. So that's what we're gonna do with these guys. I'm very excited to say that I now have a little bitty teeny tiny celery. I wasn't sure if these guys were gonna plant at all. And I wasn't sure if they were gonna come up or not. And I'm starting to get some little carrots. So these guys apparently are the ones that take longer to germinate. I planted all of these at the same time. And the first ones that came up with these romaine lettuce, however, they're not really looking that good now. I'm not sure, they're very tall. I've never done romaine lettuce, so maybe that they're supposed to be, but I'm hoping that getting them into the ground, I'm hoping maybe tomorrow these roots will start coming out. They're coming out a little bit at the bottom here, I don't know if you can see that. So I might go ahead and get them in the ground either today or tomorrow. My tomato plants are right here. I have two different kinds of tomatoes, and I think these guys can grow a little bit more, or when I transplant them, I'll probably bury them a little bit down like this, because if you can see, I'm not sure how clear it is, if you can see the tomato plants have these little bitty hairs on the side of them, and anywhere that touches dirt, it's going to grow new roots, and so that'll make a really pretty plant. And then here I have three different kinds of watermelon, that we're going for: regular watermelon, baby watermelon, and then my yellow watermelon over here. And these are just starting to have roots coming out on the other side of the pods. So I'm probably going to go ahead and try to plant these as well. I think they're strong enough. They really have a very strong stem, so I think they'll be okay being transplanted. And I'm not really sure what else. The kids want me to show you what they bought at the store. So I told you that these guys aren't quite as big as the ones that you can buy at the store. The kids wanted these. These are grow your own popcorn plants. If you've ever tried these before, comment down below what they are, because I don't really know exactly what's going to happen with these guys, but we're going to give them a try. We have two of these now, and you can see they are quite a bit bigger, but they're also in this really big pot. And mine have really outgrown where they're at, and with our boards that we have around our garden bed, I'm hoping that it'll help with some of the wind. And then the other thing that we have is a ghost pepper plant here. We've tried these ones on the end here are Carolina Reapers, and they are just not germinating at all. Those are supposed to be the hottest plant in the world, and so my crazy son and my crazy husband really want to try Carolina Reaper, and so we were trying to germinate those. But since they don't look like they're going to germinate, so we have this ghost pepper plant that my crazy son and my crazy husband are going to try once this starts producing a little pepper. So I'll be back this afternoon after we get them transplanted, or maybe later on this week, I'm not sure. And you can see how these guys look actually in the garden bed. We already have our strawberries planted in our gutters. If you watched the video from yesterday, we already have our strawberries planted in our gutters. So I'll show you that. We have some little strawberries already coming up on them too, so I'm very, very excited about that. See you guys later.